Hey, we're coming to you guys with another circle video. And like I said, Tuesdays, the ACT is over. But if you're in geometry, this will definitely help you looking at this video. So if you're taking the ACT again, though, in the future, this formula is not given to you for circumference. Let me go ahead and write it on here so you can try to work number one. It is 2 pi r. If you're taking the geometry, they do give you this formula, and they also list it as pi diameter. That's just an alternative version of this formula. Let's see what you can do with number one. Okay, we'll scoot it up for number two. Again, if the teachers would pause the video. This is just another circumference problem. See if I can zoom out on this just a little bit so you can see the whole problem. All right, and let's go see what they're asking us on these two problems. So the first problem says Pippin the guinea pig is running on her wheel. Anytime you're saying something about going around a circle, circumference is like perimeter. It's going around, except in a circle. It's going around. So anything spinning like this, due to an error, the wheel breaks free. Pippin remains in the wheel, running in a straight line until the wheel has rotated 15 times. If the diameter is 10 inches, how many inches has the wheel rolled? First, we want to get a picture. And again, the formula that I like to use, there is pi diameter is also a formula, but I like to use 2 pi r. But because 10, they said, is diameter, we've seen this, we have to go ahead and divide that to get the radius. So once we get the radius, we're going to get circumference of the wheel rotating one time by doing 2 pi r. That's going to be 10 pi. But they said Pippin's wheel went around 15 times. So we just simply have to multiply 15 by that 10 pi. And a lot of times on the ACT, they don't multiply out the number for pi, the 3.14, whatever number. They just leave it because we don't always have to have a calculator to take this test. So there it is right there, answer J. Circumference. Okay, 57, as shown in the figure, a compass has marks for every 10 degrees. The 10 degrees are really not going to come into play here. North and south are the endpoints of a line segment. If the point of the needle of this compass travels 42 millimeters as it moves in a clockwise direction from east to north, and they have that on the little pictures, how long is the needle to the nearest tenth of a millimeter? So they're asking for radius. This part right here, remember, from the center out is radius. And you have to be careful. A lot of times in everything we do in math, we go counterclockwise when we go on the coordinate grid, when we do rotations. So I at first did this problem wrong, but I didn't even notice the picture shows you the arrow going the other way. So they've actually traveled around this circle 3/4 of the entire way, not a fourth. You have to be careful that you don't think counterclockwise and think this traveled a fourth. It traveled 3/4 of the way around. And when they did that, that was 42 millimeters. That much around the circle was 42. Well, so we have to find out how much it is around the entire circle. Remember, one rotation would be circumference. So if you take 42 and divide it by 3, because they've gone 3/4 of the way around the circle, that will give us 14. So that means that just a going around, this much would be 14, and we would do 4 of those to get all the way around the circle. So 14 times 4 would be 56. So the circumference of this circle is 56. And we can go back to that formula we just used a minute ago, C equals 2 pi r. But in this case, we're working backwards. We're looking for r. So we put 56 here, 2 pi here. Now, in this case, they did go ahead and do the math of this. So if you didn't have a calculator, you just could use 3.14 for pi to try to get the answer. I'm just going to pick up my calculator. 56 divided by, you might want to parenthesize, but always when you use fractions, if you're not sure and you're using a calculator, I parenthesize almost every time I use fractions in a calculator. So the correct answer would be a radius of 8.9. Guys, that will do us for today.